All right, I found that stuff with Aclandiae in it does not do well in semi-hydro. So this is my Brachycattleya hippodamia, and when I got it, it was big enough that I could have two pieces out of it. So the original plant, I bought it, I split it into two separate plants, and I put one in semi-hydro, and I mounted the other one. And here's the one in semi-hydro, and you can see it is not doing so hot. It has basically one live growth, and then everything else has no leaves. It only has one fat root, and just, it's kind of sick looking. Here's the, let me see, right here is the mounted Aclandiae, right here. And it's probably got a little bit too much moss on it. It's doing all right. It's definitely doing better. I have a little trouble with Aclandiae and Aclandiae hybrids, Cattleya Aclandiae, because I think it wants a lot more water than I give it, so they all tend to get a little dry anyways. But for me, for sure, stuff in semi-hydro that has Aclandiae as parent in the background really just slowly die. And so this has been in semi-hydro for about 2 years, and you can see that it is really not doing well. So I think I'm about to take it out. And then, of course, when the plant's weak and it's not doing well, you can see that this thing has gotten scale on it right here. And so it's just really easy for it to become susceptible to disease and pests. And so, they just slowly wither and die. So the Hippodamia came out of the pot really easily because, as you can see, it doesn't have a lot of live roots. And without live roots, it doesn't grip the leca, and of course it comes right out. When Cattleya is doing really well in semi-hydro, the roots just really wrap around the leca, and it just turns into what seems like a chunk of rock. But this came out very easily because it's probably working really hard at dying. And if you're wondering what I did with the scale, I have a toothbrush. It's just a regular soft bristle toothbrush, and I actually mechanically scrubbed all the scale off of it. So that is how I cleaned it up. No insecticides or anything else, mechanical removal today. I found for Cattleyas at least that for scale, mechanical removal with a toothbrush works the best. And then I go through it and I look at places like this and I think, is that still another piece of scale? And then I scrub it again with the toothbrush under running water. So that's it for cleaning it up. And I think I'm going to mount it, and I will show mounting of this Hippodamia. I just wanted to show this Hippodamia that was in semi-hydro in comparison to the one that I had mounted, and you can just see that it's much smaller. And so it just really shows that in 2 years it has not grown as well as something that I had mounted with a huge amount of moss. And even this isn't doing great. I think there's too much moss here. So I'm actually going to mount it this time on a piece of cork without any moss. So it's just going to be bare roots. I think it'll do best that way, especially if I remember to water it. All right, so here I am trying to mount this Hippodamia onto a piece of cork. This is actually a piece of cork where I had an orchid on it and it died, so I'm reusing the cork as well. So the first thing I'm going to try to do is to squish it in such a way where, I think this is probably the better way, so that it'll stay on. And then I have fishing line right here. I'm just going to tie it on with fishing line. I know that some people use pantyhose, but I don't believe in pantyhose and I don't buy any. So I don't have any old pantyhose to turn into mounting supplies. Yes, these are like kids' safety scissors and they don't cut very well. There's my fishing line. So the first thing I usually do is I thread it through the piece I want to keep on, and I take it all the way around one time, and I try to tie a knot as to keep it on so it won't come off. It doesn't have to be perfect and tight because I'm actually going to have excess fishing lines. I'm going to actually wrap it around several times. This is just to have it on so it doesn't come off while I'm wrapping. Alright, so now I'm going to press it on. I am going to wrap it I'm sure there are people who would do this very fast, but I'm not one of them. I'm also trying to thread it under. Wrap it all the way around. So now that's a couple times around, and then I'm going to use the end of it and tie another knot so it's tight. Press it down while I tie my twisty knot. And there I have my mounted Aclandiae Hippodamia.